Okay, good. So welcome to the Spring 23 art exhibit. I'm Liz Wilson, and I'm sorry my backs are to you. I want them to see me as well. This is the spring art exhibit. We're going to get started right away, and I'm going to introduce you to Faye, our arts committee chair. Okay.
It's such a delight to be here and to celebrate this, our creativity that's expressed with the beautiful artwork that you see here, the photographs and the artwork, and then the three-dimensional work in the back. So what we're going to do is go through each work of art and then have the artists talk about what inspired them. We'll keep it a little bit brief because there's 60 pieces here. So we're doing very well as far as the artistic expression is concerned. So Bina Firestone, is Bina here? Yes, I'm here.
Okay, let me just get
Okay.
let me get the zoom of the flicker up here.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
She did that watercolor, is Cami?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second. Give me 1 second.
So what we're going to do is just go down each one like this, all the way around the room. And then the cabinet with the three-dimensional art, and then over there is the photography.
Okay, can you at home see the first the slide here?
Yes.
Where is it? There it is. Okay, that's Cami. Okay, that's that one up there. With the guitar and then the mellow background that brings her forward more. So is she very special to you?
Oh, yeah, it's my granddaughter and it was sort of her first time performing when her family was down in the Jersey Shore and someone invited her to come up and play with him. And they got that picture and I just thought she was so happy and so relaxed. And you know,
And she's your granddaughter.
right, so I decided I would try my hand in a portrait, which is a very difficult thing to do with teenagers. But she was happy with it also, and you know,
She looks happy. She did a nice job.
full of joy.
Yeah. I bet you had fun doing it.
Yeah, I actually did. I was concerned about getting her face and expression, but once that came through.
Yeah, well, you got it. Yep. And you got that leg, you know, coming out, which is a little bit difficult, very nice. Okay. Thank you. And the next one is the staircase, Vermonte staircase by Pat McMahon.
She's not here.
Is Pat on Zoom?
On Zoom, right?
I don't know if she's on
It's,
Zoom.
yeah, she's on Zoom.
She is?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, no, she's not on Zoom.
Well, it's unusual and very nice. It reminds me of the Guggenheim. Of course, it is. It's a spiral staircase. It's nice. Actually, I'm not going to spend too much time on the people who are in here though. This is Joseph Napolitano, The Lost Horizon at Glacier Bay, and it's a watercolor. I think it is.
But he might be on. Is Joe Napolitano on?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, there you are.
I was surprised. Yes. Tell me a little bit about this. What inspired you?
Well, I was there and during the time in Alaska, that's where Glacier Bay is. We were on a cruise and we went up Glacier Bay. And in the constantly at the heights and in the distance, there was mist coming in, mist coming out. And it was almost like you couldn't tell where the mist started and where the horizon should be. So I really liked it. I'd never seen glaciers before. And because of the mystery of the horizon, I took a picture and gave this a whirl.
Yeah, well, it does just merge into the background. You did a nice job. Yeah. And well, you know, watercolor isn't that easy either. You make a mistake with watercolor, you have to work around it. It's a very nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Bob Stone is back there. The sunset.
Yeah, that's an acrylic and it's just a triad, a semi-abstract acrylic.
Mhm.
And it looked like it's sunset, so that's what I named it.
No, very bold sunset with the primary colors. Yeah, but you enjoyed doing it, right?
Nobody paid me for it.
You have to die first. Don't sell anything.
This is the next one is Fred, Oh, he's here. Fred, are you here?
I'm here.
Fred, pronounce your last name. Vasquez, right. Okay, two children overlooking. This is absolutely beautiful. And it fooled me at first, you know, I thought it was a watercolor until I looked close.
Well, it's been edited,
Yeah.
and I added some color after trying a lot of times. That was the minimum amount of color I wanted to put in it. And Cappadocia, really thrilled us to see a place like that. If you haven't been there, it's like being in another world. And it's just a tiny part of it. It's just beautiful. You'll see, if you put it online, you'll always see some balloons going over and seeing the landscape. And it's much more complicated than that. I love this, the two kids who were watching this, they had walked way down, we were way up, and I was able to catch that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And you captured that, you captured the beauty.
Where is Cappadocia? Where is
It's
this?
in Turkey. It's
Turkey.
Where? Turkey.
What is the medium?
Oh, the medium.
Just
I'm
printing. It's photography.
Yeah, it's a composite.
Correct?
Yeah,
Edited photo.
yeah. Edited photo.
Before we see yours.
I would ask you how you did that with the photo. With a camera, because it's very, it's complicated to get that kind of look. And you
Well,
did
they
it.
have a lot of programs online.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things.
Yes, when you get familiar with it, it becomes easy. This new technology blows me away. And this one, Andrea, this is an oil painting. Andrea Moon, is she here? There you are. And well, when I look at it, the colors and the forms, you can see it up here with the blue on the green, the yellow. Those colors work beautifully together. So you took a simple avocado, you made a work of art. Well, it's really nice.
I've been interested in this particular artist, Wayne Kaiser, and I'm inspired by him and some paintings I've been doing a series of his style and copies of his painting, and he did a lot of avocados. And usually he has a large format, so it's something you put over your couch. And I just did it in a small format. And I like the way he takes an ordinary thing and makes it into art. So that's what I've been doing. So I've been doing a number of them.
Yeah, okay, so you like his style, but that isn't a copy of his though.
That's a copy of
It's
his.
a copy
Yeah,
of-
yeah, but it's different than his, but it's a copy of his.
I'd like to see you just cut an avocado.
I've done that. I did a painting of some raw eggs on a plate with the eggshells.
Yeah,
And I had set it up in my house and I did that.
and using that style, but your own,
Right, and just the
Own
way,
setup.
kept looking at things differently, so.
yeah. Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's go up there. Yeah. Oh, nice, oh, nice. Okay, so that's, Vina,
Yeah,
that's it, Ella.
Yeah, that's my.
Is that
only
another granddaughter?
Because what, if you did one. But I have to say, finding a natural pose was difficult because most photographs, they're selfies or they all pose for them, but this one I liked and, she does it, she is a big Mets fan and whatever, so I thought it brought out something about her too.
Yeah. And she looks happy and you got the form very nice. Yeah, the blues and the yellows go very nice together. Thank you, Bina. And the next one is Valerie Doyle's. It's this one right here. And it's a watercolor. And Valerie, you here? No? Okay.
I don't see her online. Valerie, are you online? I don't see her.
There's a koi in here. Did you have to look close to see it?
Yeah.
Right in here.
There's a what?
A koi fish.
The lower right.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, right in here. Yeah, the bottom right. Up there. And it's a soft picture. It works. It's very nice. We'll go down to the next one is Blown Away by Bruce Rosenwald.
Right, close enough. This was an experiment that I tried watching several things on YouTube. They have people that do pour paintings. And they literally pour the paint onto the canvas. And the colors don't mix. If you pour red and white, you don't get pink, you get red and you get white. So they just keep pouring colors of paint onto a canvas or form. And then you literally blow the paint around with a hairdryer.
Oh.
And it's getting blown away. And if you want to get
That's why it's so.
small areas, you use a straw. And sometimes they tilt it, and sometimes they spin it, and sometimes this was done with a funnel. I put the paint one after the other into a funnel, and as you lift the funnel up and move it around the canvas, it creates different designs, and then how you use the blow dryer sort of creates different effects. And sometimes they put oil in the paint, which creates little cells or little round circles and dots
Yeah.
all over it. This was the only one I had left. I had done several other bigger ones with different colors, but they all were given out to other people. But I thought I'd bring something different in than the typical acrylic and oil paint things that we have. It's a nice technique for everyone to try at home. Very easy, very sloppy. Work out outdoors. And I made how many paints I went to Michael's to buy the paint, and there were two other women there buying. I said, "What color are you getting? What color are you getting? Where'd you get stuff?" I said, "Where'd you watch it?" I saw it on TV. I saw it on here. I saw it on YouTube. So write down paint pouring, and you'll see the most amazing things that this woman can do.
Well,
This was my attempt at it.
well, it's unusual. When you first started talking, I was thinking of Jackson Pollock.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, with the, they called it action painting, back in the, back in the 50s. Yeah, but this is different, very creative and good for you. Good for you, Bruce. And this one up here, this is really stands out. Very nice. Okay, and that one is Mike Malone, is he here?
Really good.
It's an eye.
Jelly, okay, the water.
Yes. I like to do still lifes and I like to try and put pairs together. So like beer and jelly, beer and pretzels, those kinds of things, things that pair together. And so this is.
Mike, speak up because I don't know if they can hear you at home.
I have that kind of voice.
I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I just like to do pairs of things and I like to do still lifes.
Yes, he likes to do combinations and the perfect combination is peanut butter and jelly.
The same.
Everybody loves it. Okay, and you did a real nice job.
Well, thanks.
You did. It really stands out. And you have the center of interest. And with the white around, then brings your eye right into that, I think your eye goes to the J because it's next to the red. And then it's led up with the knife and then around to the jelly and then the sandwich. So you have the rhythm right in there. And then you have it framed, doubly framed, well, actually triple. You have the blue around there, then you have the white, and then you have the black frame. I mean, it works. And it's good that you have the black in the middle because it gives the harmony with the black and the frame. It makes it come together.
There's a lot of luck in there.
I'm trying to keep
What jelly did you use? What is that?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Let's go down to this one. Pat, I don't think she's here. McMahon, Pat's man. Where is she?
Not here.
He's not here.
Okay. It's a very pleasant scene, makes you feel like you'd like to walk down the path in the woods. And a walk with my sister, it's called. And it's a watercolor. All right, Doris. Doris does. You're right. You do such beautiful work. Doris. When I looked at that, I knew that it wasn't a painting. It was very close to, we put it with the paintings because.
I see.
Yeah. So Doris, the authorizing mixed media, watercolor and digital art. So could you speak up and tell the.
I should have turn around because
Yeah,
I'm not facing anyone. It's, I took a couple of the OLLI classes on watercolor and I was very, very frustrated. All you watercolor artists, I give you so much praise. So, but I finally decided to play with watercolor and I did abstract things. And then I took a picture of my watercolor and I brought it into Photoshop and I added some patterns and there are brushes in Photoshop that you can kind of stamp on. And I just added a lot of things to it until I was happy with it. And it's also because it was printed on canvas. That also gives it a little bit more of a painting look, painterly look.
it looked like a painting.
Yeah.
And it goes just good on this side. Okay. And I love the colors, the way you put the colors together, Doris. Very nice. The colors and the line, I mean, that's what art is all about, how you use line and color,
Right,
line
yeah.
to make form. And you have all of that in there. Okay, this one is the
Jolene.
yeah.
It's right there.
Carson, Spanish dances.
I was,
Could you maybe stand up and, because can they hear you?
I was inspired by being in Madrid with their flamenco dancers and they're just smooth and easy. And that's what inspired me. It's watercolor.
Yes. But it moves and it's so alive.
Yes.
And the red is repeated in his face. And then you have the black next to the white. Shades of gray. Yeah, they do. And the way it's molded and shaded.
It's
you get
very
the feeling
passionate.
of These two people. And then the closeness, it's sexy. It is. And the dance is it's the tango, right?
I'm not sure what they were dancing.
I think it's the tango. It really is the tango. It's a nice dance. Tango down in like. Okay. This is, Dorothy has a nice soft Dorothy. What inspired you? Dorothy does beautiful watercolor.
Quiet place. And I was given this to paint in a watercolor class. And it just reminded me of a cabin that I bought in the Adirondack Preserve in 1966. And I had it for 40 years, and I was on a lake and there was the forest right behind me. So I just painted it. And then in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little dark spot that invites the viewer to go further into the forest and see more peace and quiet.
Yeah. I see what you mean. And that spot in the upper left,
Yeah.
it balances out with the reeds in the bottom right. Yeah. Nice job, it's soft. And you have it,
Oh, yeah.
and Dorothy, you have a feeling of the form, the way you have this, the way that you arrange the shape.
Well, they were in the photo that I was given.
Yeah. But like Suzanne said, you break the things in nature down, and most things can be broken down to a sphere or a rectangle or a triangle. Okay. This one up here that I think is.
Yeah.
Into the next page here. Okay, art talk. Okay.
Art what? Art what?
There, stay.
Right? Showed me the picture and then she said, did you recognize anyone? And the way she brought out the figures in the foreground and then made the background recede with the lighter colors, you made it work very nicely. And again, the form, the rectangles in the back, and then you have a nice way of handling form in a very gentle way. Color. Okay, thank you. And then this one here, Bob.
And that's.
Yes. It looks really nice up there. It shows up very nicely.
That's an acrylic.
Purple Dream, acrylic on canvas, right?
It's actually on a board, but it's just that.
Yeah, yeah. So Bob, you moved the paint around. Did you use a palette knife?
It's mostly brush, but I probably threw a palette knife in there to scrape a little of it.
Yeah, but it's mostly brush. Okay, nice texture. You have a nice contrast of textures in this one. And you have a contrast also with the colors that show up better there. You know, the yellow, the greenish yellow tones, you know, and complement the purple. So it's a good thing. Okay, here's Joe's other one, courtyard. Courtyard at the Fry Museum.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, we were at the Fire Museum and I was sitting on a bench and when I sat down, I just loved the way I'm gonna say wood piles, but you get what I mean, even though it's not wood. The paver stones moved away from me and everything moved to the wall and the hemispheres, which is half buried. And I just loved the geometry, but everything was gray, everything was concrete, there was absolutely no color into it. So that gave me free rein to add whatever color I like. And that's how it came out.
Yeah. And the colors work because the blue is next to well, it's like it's sort of like a burnt sienna, and
Whatever was on
Yeah,
the
whatever
palette
was
at the moment.
And then the yellow and the blues down here, and then the blues repeated, so you have the harmony of the blues repeated. And you did a nice job in here. You know, so that cradles the center of interest over here, and then the space over here kind of balances it out. So that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
There's just the space. Nice job, Joe. Thank you. And that one up there is, Sandra. No. And that's a cool.
Yes.
It's interesting.
It's not pencil, it's watercolor.
It's watercolor.
It's all done in indigo. It's the only color I use. It's my grandson. We have grandchildren here today. That's my grandson taking a funky pose, you know, and I said, I'm gonna paint that. And he doesn't know. It's for his birthday in July.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And you did a good job with it. It really stands out. Now you said indigo. Is that?
That's the only color in it. Indigo.
Okay, is it
It's
black?
like a very blue, very dark blue.
Indian, is it Indian ink?
No, it's
It's
watercolor.
watercolor.
It's all watercolor.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Very deep blue.
yeah. So you have to just, a lot of water takes it lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is so smart, making that a deep blue instead of black. I remember some professor saying, never use just black straight because there's no light. You add black, if you add just a little bit of blue in it, even if you don't see the blue, you feel it there. You know,
And this is no black at all.
and there's no black, it's
No.
just that deep blue.
Right.
And you have that contrast.
Yeah.
You can love it.
And the
Yeah.
stuff
I love that. And you did a real good job.
Thank you.
Oh, I can look at it up there. There's light on it. Okay. That dark background it really makes it pop out. Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah, first time
and he
I had
has
a
that-
white background, and then I was afraid to touch it, and then I did.
No, that dark background helps. Makes it. Does he have like a little beard?
Yeah.
said there's no black there.
There's no black at all. It's all blue.
You see it better in the color on
So
that.
just adding layers.
It's water or layers, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like that
Certainly
right
works
face,
nicely.
a lot of layers.
Okay, sunflower, Andrea Moon, oil, this is an oil painting.
Yeah.
Here you are.
Yeah, this is again in the style of Dwayne Kaiser. Again, looking at things, you normally would paint a sunflower face on, I think back.
That was your idea, or is his?
It was inspired by him,
Inspired by him.
yes.
That's nice.
So,
It's nice when all the different shading in here, you can see it up there, I can't get used
no,
to
it's
this
oil,
picture.
it's oil.
The shading, but here though, you know, I see it's a nice subtle shading.
Yeah.
And you did a real nice job with it.
Thank you.
Yeah, with the greens
Yeah.
and the golds, yeah,
Dwayne Kaiser. Oh, okay.
yeah. You know, I kind of like that color in the background, do you?
Yeah, it's great.
Well, it's different, it looks different.
Yeah.
Look very.
What do you think?
Well, when you take a photograph, depending on your camera or your iPhone or whatever, it's different than the actual.
Yeah, I know, but you like that look better with the color?
I always like my paintings better when I take a photograph of. I always think they look better than they do in person.
Or what can you say? All right, we'll go to Alaska here. I think this is Alaska, yeah. Mountain scenes, Bruce.
Yeah, that's a different one than the abstract. And it was a cold day in Alaska, even though it was the end of August. There was no sun and you could just feel the cold and the dampness and the fog coming in the mist over the mountains. So I took a photograph of it, and this is sort of a painting of the photograph.
Is that acrylic?
It's acrylic.
Yeah, it's acrylic, yeah. Okay. And with oils, it's easy to do something like this, you know, you put the tree trunks on afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the tree trunks first. I didn't. Then I enhanced the tree trunk.
Well, you put the white on last.
Yes.
And you did a nice job with the water.
And the fog kept
You don't
rolling
see it.
over the mountains.
Yeah, you don't see it up there, but you did a real nice job with
There
the
was no
water.
sun, it was just cold, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could see winter was
I
coming.
like, yeah, I like the clouds here, at least is. Okay. Reminds me a little bit of Bob Ross.
I get the more quiet by him.
Happy for the trees. Happy for the trees. So what was the dimensional art? White, white clay, without frog. Okay. Is Deborah here? I am. She's here, right here, in front, where? Stand up. Oh, there you are. There. Hi. Okay. You did a nice job there. It's very nice.
So I'm a functional potter. I don't make, tchotchkes or anything. I make.
You don't want to take the mask off, do you?
No.
It's like,
So I'm a functional potter. I don't like to make tchotchkes and things like that. I made that as well as a berry bowl. I've been potting for probably, I guess, maybe 9-10 years. I find it really get in touch with yourself, working with the clay. It's a great medium, great way to express yourself. I encourage anybody who has any kind of thought about it to do it. It's fabulous. And there's a couple steps involved with this. You get your block of clay, and there's all different types of clay. This is without grog. It's just a white stoneware. They're fired upwards and over 2,000 degrees. All the stuff is food safe. There's no lead. There's no metal, microwave, whatever. Just can't do top of stove. And yeah.
Where do you do this?
So I started out at the Art League way back when. And now I've been a member since the brick opened in St. James for about 5 years. And it's just, yeah, I love it. It's great.
color.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So this was a happy accident, actually. This was just going to be kind of like a plain type plate. And then I hit it, which happens sometimes. And I said, all right, I'm gonna make these ruffle edges and then change my glaze plan so that it kind of picked up. And yeah, so
Yeah,
it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
the potter's wheel.
Yeah, I love the wheel.
Yeah,
Not a hand builder, but wheel guy, yeah.
yeah. Is it the same, that clay is the same as white talc clay?
There's all different kinds of clay.
Yeah.
This is the clay I use.
So it's
is all
not-
in
so it's not the
stoneware
same
family, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very high fire.
Yeah, I was wondering why it was 2,000. That's high.
1,000 and better, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a 6 fire.
Yeah,
And so, yeah.
okay, and then you had to refire it with the glaze on it.
Yeah, so first thing you do, you throw it, then you let it dry, and you trim it, and then you bisque fire it where they take almost all the moisture comes out. And then at that point you glaze it,
Yeah,
and then it's fired
then
again.
you have to fire it
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
then it changes to glass. The
Kind
glaze,
of.
very nice,
Thank you.
very nice. Professional looking. Talking about potter's wheel, I did this one here next to it. And this is, it's regular ceramic base, done on the potter's wheel. And this is the, like you said, it was, see, it's Deborah. Like Deborah said, there's all different kinds of clay. This is, I think, terracotta. And after I finished it on the potter's wheel, I let it dry so that it got leather hard. And then they slip and score the legs on it. And then you fire it, but you don't have to fire it that up to 2,000. I can fire it up to 1,200. Well, wait a minute, before you fire it though, if you want to put a design on it, then you use you use, what did I use? It looks like colored clay that you paint on the pot. And then you fire it. You put that right on the earthware, and that's before it's fired, and then you fire it up to 1200. Then it changes to stone. Then you glaze it. That's sort of like liquid glass, and you put it back in, and then you fire it way up, over 1200.
And where do you do this?
I'm sorry, what?
And where do you do this?
Oh, I did this one, I forget, either, I think in college or, probably when I was teaching. When I taught art, I would demonstrate and I would work along with them. So I think I was teaching how to make a pot. Okay, now these are birds of a feather. Is Sue here?
I don't think she is.
No?
Sue? No. I didn't think she would be able to come. It's Sue and Tina. They both did a feather.
Yeah, and Tina, right.
Are they glass?
She here, no?
They're not here. I don't think either one. Tina, are you online? No, I don't think either of them are here. They're stained glass.
Yeah. This is so nice, like, against this, with plastic, background. We're wondering, because they came flat, they were just laying flat. And then, Bob got this idea, our Bob, of putting them on plastic frames, and it works. Very nice. Stained glass. And this, Deborah here? Yeah, that's me, yeah, that's me. Oh, yeah, same one, same, that's, so sorry.
So yeah, that's a berry bowl, which is really functional.
And you did that, I could see you did that on the wheel.
I did both, I only do wheel.
Yeah.
I'm a wheel guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great thing to have in the kitchen, washing berries, whatever you want to use it for, and kind of cute, a little different, and pretty easy to make.
And so the moisture drain is out.
Absolutely. It's up, you can't see it here, but there's like a little foot. And then it also has a little plate that it sits on that I figured. That's good.
Do you actually use your pieces?
Oh, yeah, I do. I never sell them, I give them all away.
I'll be a recipient.
Good. Find new homes.
Is Andrea here?
Yes, I'm right here, taking a picture for my husband. Yeah. This is an Eastern European form of beadwork. It's called bead embroidery. I don't make any of the beads. I just compose, and with needle and thread, I sew everything on foundation material. And then I sew around the perimeter ultra suede, which is behind each piece. The small beads are glass. I have their porcelain, daguerreotype, coin pearls, a big Baroque pearl, some small seed pearls, and a lot of moonstone glass and crystal. You're not accustomed to seeing this too often. It's not an American form of beadwork. I got into it about 7 years ago after having been a knitter for many decades, developing tendinitis. And I just couldn't manipulate a big garment on a set of needles any longer. And I had to find something else to express this side of my brain. So I found bead embroidery and I've been loving it ever since.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, right here.
Thank
Did you do that?
I do everything I wear. Yeah.
Stand up and show us.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm wearing, this is a fairly simple necklace. It's 3 components that I sew together. I'm wearing a big bangle bracelet with tapestry fabric below. I'm wearing Swarovski pearl earrings. So this piece was inspired by the central bead, which if you were to pick it up, you would see that's a very 3-dimensional bead that a wonderful artist named Karen Lewis created. And I'm always inspired by the central bead that I select for my work. I don't work with patterns, I don't write anything down, and I don't repeat anything, which is why, as I said to Liz, I hate making earrings. Because you gotta make the second one look like the first one. And I don't really enjoy that process. But this has been a lot of fun for me. I've been doing it, as I said, about 7 or 8 years. And I started making so much of it that I ended up having to sell. So I do art shows, mostly locally in the tri-state area. And I just enjoy it tremendously because by day, I'm a marketing consultant. This is the other side of my brain operating, which they tend to do simultaneously at all hours. So I'm very creative in everything I do. So that's this piece.
Andrea, are those two beads, the top two, are those buttons or beads?
They're resin. They were made on a mold.
Okay, so I've seen buttons look like that.
Yeah, so the two pieces on the upper left and right are resin. They're just mold pieces, very inexpensive. The large oval shaped blue piece, I think is a dark moonstone. The two round eyes, the big navy blue pieces on the left and right, that's called demariatite. And then the piece below, the central floral bead, which is very three-dimensional, that was mouth blown. I mean, that's a real work of art, which I do not do. And then there's a giant Baroque pearl at the bottom.
Yes, the next one,
Yeah. So this one was inspired by a piece of junk. A number of years ago, my niece gave me a broken down bracelet, said, here, do what you can with this. And it's the oval green and terracotta looking stone on the lower right. So from that stone, I created this necklace, which has a lot of jasper, amber, crystal, glass, and just wonderful things that come from the earth for the most part. This was a really hard piece to make because there's much more bulk to it. And while I don't really care for symmetry, I do like balance in color. So that represents that for me really nicely here. And as I said, it's all needle and thread. It's one bead at a time. I've seen every episode of Law and Order many, many times.
Wow. Your work is gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you.
I was curious when you said you couldn't knit anymore.
Yeah.
Because of it, and I would think the stitches and
No.
the needlework is.
No,
so-
the problem with knitting was that I was making a coat. That's a very heavy garment to manipulate needles and lift and turn. This is very easy for me. It's very lightweight.
how long did that take?
I can't answer because I don't do it all at once.
Yeah.
I do it,
understand that.
in between building
Yeah.
websites and blogging for people. So, this probably took me a couple of months to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On and on, right.
May I add, for
Yes.
many of the two-dimensional pieces, it's very nice to see them on the screen, but I really recommend that you spend a little time looking at these in person where you can actually
Yeah.
see the dimensionality of it.
Yeah, yes. Yes, it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And let's go on to Dorothy's. Not only does watercolor, but she does stained glass, the butterfly.
This was one of the first items I did after we came back from the pandemic. And I really didn't know if I was gonna remember how to do all the steps. So I just went into my box of scraps of glass and came up with enough to do the butterfly, and I call it butterfly blue, because I thought blue butterfly was boring.
How long did it take you to do it?
This one really didn't take that long because it only had 20 pieces. So I would say maybe 3 sessions, but I've done ones that have over 100 and they take the whole semester to do.
Yeah.
So,
What are the antenna made from?
Well, according to how many pieces.
okay.
And then I like the stands that you got.
Well, I had a little painting on it at home,
Yeah.
so I said, oh, that'll do.
That's a good idea. The way you present an art piece is important.
Dorothy,
It's
there was a
very nice.
question about the antenna. What is
The
it made
antenna
from?
made from? It's wire and I just wrapped the wire around, actually, I think it was, a watercolor brush around the handle. And then you make sure you solder that piece of metal on the back of the butterfly's head.
Well, let's go on to Mel's work, wood carving.
This is great.
This is a work contract here.
Mel is here.
Mel is.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, when I was, I took a plane up to a lake in Quebec. And while there, I caught the largest brook trout I had ever caught. It was 22 inches. And I was in taxidermy at that time and I wanted to mount it, but I had learned that you couldn't mount a fish because there was no way to do a head. So I took a picture of it. And when I got home, I used the dimensions that I had done to make a wood carving of it. And so there it is. A brook trout.
Mel, you did a great job. And it's 22 inches long, right?
Yeah, that's right. And when I finished it, I measured it and it measured 23 inches. And I said, oh, well, brook trout do grow. So I guess it grew.
Well, you have a nice form there and I love the red belly on the fish. It's not a rainbow trout though, right?
No, it's a brook trout. You can tell because they have white white on their fins on the lower side.
Uh-huh, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and I like the way you presented it on the stand with the,
yeah.
well, good for you, Mel.
And it's made of walnut.
Wow.
Then this one is called the Sanctuary.
Yeah.
So Mel, did you catch a fish that looked like that?
I caught a lot of fish that look like that. This one is made of walnut and the other pieces are oak. And trout tend to hide behind something that breaks up the current. And it forms a kind of sanctuary. So that's the name for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and back here, I'm looking at it in the case, Mel, and the oak wood against the darker
Yeah.
hold on, it really shows up very nice.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Did a nice job. And then on to the two wolves.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to do two wolves, Mel?
I don't know, it just was something to do. It was a drawing or a photograph that I saw in some magazine, and so I made them out of wood, and so there they are.
Well, very nice. You got the form. They certainly look like wolves.
And it was there was a lady named Faye that taught me how to make eyes, so that was very helpful.
Well, you remember that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you have the background with the dark, with the black. Looks like a black sky against in the snow. Looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was true. That's
And that's what it is.
yes.
Well, thanks again, Mel.
Thank you.
On to the photography. the digital artwork on Brower, Jonah and Tony. That's this one up here. And is Arnold here?
Arnold Brower, are you online? No. No, no. But there's a description here. Jonah and Tony, blessed with private time early morning before hours at MoMA, while my daughter Jonah's mom taught a yoga class on the balcony.
Oh.
Nice interplay with shadows. Oh, yeah. And all the different value tones. With that long black form there. It's I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but it works. It's nice. And Dorothy, is Dorothy here? I didn't see her.
Dorothy Shannon, are you online? I don't think so. No.
Emerging fly. She's not online?
No.
Oh, from what I gather, she hasn't been doing photography that long, and it's beautiful. And you can see it up there, it's emerging fly. Look at the way that the composition, the way she put it together. That soft orange is in the background with the brown. And up here, it's more like the black brown here, which really shows up the green. And then that orange shows up the fly, so the composition is perfect. And the detail just blows me away. I wish that she was here. She's doing such beautiful work in that one medium. Okay, let's go up here to Eric's. Eric.
Okay, this photograph is a result of an assignment from Doris Diamond's class.
Oh.
And I don't normally get out in the evening to do things, but I'm a frequent flyer on the ferry going to visit our daughter in Connecticut, so usually that's during the daytime, so this was early evening and
It looks like early evening. You got the colors down right, and up here it's beautiful. It's like dusk.
Yeah.
And it's you got a feeling of peace with the horizontal line on the horizon and even in the sky. And the water. So. And it balances out, your composition it's well balanced so that that's the ferry in the upper left, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like it. Yeah. Very nice.
I like it that the ferry is going into the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that. All right, Lily Klima isn't here, but when I talk with her, she says that you can see the reflection of her taking the picture. Oh, yeah. Is it one of her grandchildren or of the person standing there? It's called ski goggles. Ski goggle reflection. And so that's what she's talking about, her reflection in the goggles. But anyway, the picture itself, Winston, is she online?
No.
Is Lily isn't online?
No.
No. Okay, well, it works with the blue and the red and the white together. And with all the neutrals in the background. Oh, she did a nice job. And this is Sheila's.
Yeah, that's
Sheila?
right. Yeah, my friends and I,
Park. Excuse me.
Kings Park, yes.
Yeah.
My friend and I went walking around Kings Park and fellow was walking his dog. And then she befriended, my friend befriended the dog because she loves dogs. And he said, would you like to get in there? And I said, yeah. And he helped us climb in with a chair, found a chair, and we climbed into the building. And yeah, it was amazing. A few years ago, I think probably have clamped down things since, but it was wonderful. wonderful time, and I had some videos of it too, by mistake. So, but it was a wonderful time, yeah, and, yeah.
I wish I was with you.
Yeah.
I go by there so many times.
My friend's daughter used to go there with a bunch of kids and they used to smoke pot. I won't tell her name. I won't say.
There was a documentary done,
Yeah.
which takes
Yeah.
pictures in there. I don't
Yes,
remember the name of
yes,
it.
young man, was it a young man?
I don't
Oh,
remember.
okay, but anyway, it was an interesting field trip.
You did a nice job. What?
Yeah.
It was an interesting field trip.
Yes. And it's all, and it, you know, it's the right medium, the right color, all the grays.
Great, yeah,
It's really
yeah, and they were
stands.
kind enough to do Art Will Survive in red.
And yeah,
Yeah.
but and the rest is in gray.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah, and it shows the peeling paint.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. It was sad.
Yeah.
Okay, and the art, the artwork, the composition, everything works.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice. Okay, let's go up there. And that is fishing.
That's nice.
Is Sheila here?
Yeah. Same person, yeah. Yeah, that was out in Montauk in the fall. And all the people from all over, especially down in Florida, they come up to fish for bass. And I got this picture, I really wasn't impressed with it. But when I was able to work with it in Photoshop, the haze and the mist, because it was very misty, began to, you could see the man better. And of course, he had a yellow rain jacket, that was perfect, you know.
Yeah. We can do wonders with Photoshop.
It was a great shot at that time that I was able to pull out.
Yeah, you're able to pull it out, but it's like monochromatic. Okay. And then down to Fred's. Sunset in Costa Rica. One of my
Yeah.
favorite places to go.
I go there often.
Yeah.
And I had recently sold my sailboat. Signed up. Take a cruise with a sailboat and they stay out through Sunday. Unfortunately, it was the wrong boat to sign up for because they didn't put the sails up. It wound up being a booze cruise. The young people enjoyed it, but I kept asking, when are you gonna put the sails up? This is kind of nice because the sunset was between these two islands. And I really didn't do very much to the picture at all. That's a different sailboat that was basically the same. And I just liked it. I know there's a lot of sunsets. They're always beautiful. I thought this was a little more special. And I wound up taking about 20 or 30 pictures at different times with the sun at different places. And I felt this was as good as I could get.
Well, Fred, the picture hanging here is better than the picture on Flickr. Look at how vibrant this is. That sunset is vibrant. The water looks like it's moving. And it's and the boat full of people. It's gives it life and you have.
Probably another booze cruise, but.
Okay, nice job. Nice job. And Irene Stern, speak no evil, right?
Right. And that is the display of Botanic Herb Farm. It's their garden thing, you know, to put in your garden, and it just struck me. It's very, very interesting.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is that the original lighting in the area, or did you,
It has been edited, yes.
it really is good.
Thank you.
the composition is beautiful and you have the center of interest, the white alongside of the more bronze looking. Yeah. But I enjoy this more because of the richness of the color.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. You kind of lose it.
You lose it,
there
yeah.
in the, yes, and that's like a, but you did a real nice job. Thank you. And you have a double black frame.
Yeah. I wanted it to really move
Just
in towards,
to zoom in on it. Right. Okay, works. Thank you so much. I love that one. Okay, and Eric's. You're a visitor.
This was from South Street Seaport,
Uh-huh.
and it's actually two images combined. And because we have such a wonderful variety of tools, you can manipulate reality.
Which you said two images of what though?
Yeah, there was a shadow of the person and then there was the ship in the background,
Okay,
and you play with things,
yeah.
you know. I think it's important, you know, there's this OLLI lifelong learning. Please don't give up playing. It's really important.
Well, I love the way you played with the art form here. It really is beautiful. It stands out.
Just a comment, I've seen some work by one of the people who isn't here. And I've seen the work that was done several years ago, and there's a huge progress over time.
Yeah,
And I hope all of you will pursue that and don't just stick with what you know, expand your horizons, move on. Otherwise, you're stuck in a rut. You're doing the same thing over and over and over.
you know, that is so important. It's true. And I'm just so glad that we're all here doing our thing. To the best of our ability. And this is another one of Lily's. This is
Hey, the one above.
Oh, the cascading flowers, yes. Oh, I love this one. How could I skip this one? It's with all the textures and then that bright orange with the flowers. And the way it's framed. Very nice.
That's fine.
That's yours.
Yes, it's taken in Bermuda, by the way, and that's the stone, the natural stone that they use. It's volcanic, that they use to build everything in Bermuda. And I like the contrast between the softness of the flowers themselves and the, sort of harshness of the background. Just
Yes. And then you also have the smoothness of that cotton.
yes.
Yeah. And the background has a bluish tone, which is
Yes.
nice next to the orange, the complementary colors. So there's reasons why a lot of these pictures work. And so much of it revolves around harmony and rhythm and contrast, color. Okay, nice job, Frank. Thank you. Okay, down to Lily's. Homeward bound. You see this, I think in the car, in the back. Going home. And I bet you that it's Colorado. Her daughter is in Colorado and she takes many trips there. But she's not here, and so I'm not going to elaborate on it. But it's a beautiful composition. Okay, Frank.
Quiet again.
Oh, this is Frank's at dusk at Cornhill Beach. No, the hummingbird, this is yours.
No, the one up on top.
One on top. That's right, dusk at Cornwall Beach. That's right. Frank is here. Okay, he's behind you.
Thanks, Frank.
So many. Thanks.
Would you elaborate on it? Please.
Well, basically, this is Cornhill Beach is in Truro, on Cape Cod. And it's the spot everybody goes to watch the sunset. Spectacular, every night is a spectacular sunset, so it's hard not to get a great photograph. And this is actually taken away from the sunset. The sunset is to the left of the picture. And I just was like the patterns of the clouds and the way they're lit. And if you, I sort of teach this in my class when I do this. Well, one of the things that sunset that you should look at is everybody looks at the sun when it sets, but you should turn around and look in other directions. And the colors are all blue, purple, and whatever. And that's what struck me about these clouds.
You got it, you captured it. Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. And I know exactly what you're talking about, because I was out sailing. I like to sail too. And I saw this sunset that looked like this. And I remembered it. So when I got home, I painted it. And then I had a sailboat in it. So I know exactly what you're talking about. It works, it's beautiful. Thanks again. Okay, and this one is amazing. This is Doris.
Yeah, this is mine. It's actually two pictures composited together. There's a flower behind the hummingbird that really wasn't there. But the fuchsia and the hummingbird was one picture and the flower was another, and I superimposed it.
It works beautifully.
Yeah.
Oh, and because the bird, it like melts into it. It's part of it, the background, and yet it stands out against it. And then the flowers in the upper right, the way they're hanging down. I mean, it's like a perfect picture.
Oh, thank you.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I'm noticing the yellows on the monitor are a lot brighter than the ones we're seeing on the wall.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very nice. Okay. Down to Irene's, Irene Stern, no sales, the sunset. Is Irene here?
Right here.
That's okay. It's almost over. Beautiful, Irene.
Thank you. That's Port Jeff Harbor. Yeah.
Would Jeff Fuller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sun was, just, whoa.
Colors are gorgeous.
Oh, it's amazing. The colors of the strip of the orange and then the dark cloud here. And then the blue next to the orange, the complementary colors. And then topped off by the yellow up here. And then with these horizontal lines, with the vertical lines. The dark vertical lines against the light background. And then the horizontal lines again with the vertical. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Very, very nice.
It's good on the screen.
Then you have the green here.
Oh, no,
It doesn't do it justice. No, you have the color here. That's, yeah. Very nice. All right, up there.
So it's in Kansas, but
Yes.
not this.
Arnold Brower. You here? Arnold Brower, yes, West End Sunrise. I don't know if he's here though. Yeah. No, he's the one that's not here, right? No, he's not here. Yeah. Okay. That is a very pretty picture.
Happy.
And when we were hanging them up, it was, looks like it was like that bird is welcoming the day. You know, this beak open, it's Very nice.
Description is yellow throat warbler shot as the sun was coming up on the median at Jones Beach.
See that? It's welcoming the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it so nicely up there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weed. It's way out west. Here it is. Okay. And Bob, he always has the ability just to catch the moment. How would you do that, Bob?
A lot of time.
Waiting for the moment.
Yes, we had been out looking for some birds and a fellow, this is in Florida, told us that there's a pair of eagles that come within a half an hour of 7:30 every morning.
Oh, wow.
On a cell tower. Right, so we're there and eventually they're both there. And then you keep waiting for them to, let's go do something. And waiting, and then finally, this one jumps off, turns around and heads luckily in my direction. And I get, so I got about 5 shots out of, that were worth anything out of that whole time period, but it.
So that's how
one of my
you do,
favorites.
you
Yeah.
wait for the picture.
Oh, you wait.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
long
pretty
did it
amazing. Like I said, we were there waiting for that day about an hour, and then I just took, I took a number of shots expecting them to jump.
Yeah,
But they didn't.
about an hour, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then, you take 4 shots like that,
Yeah,
and then, it's gone. So,
Well, you got the moment.
yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I've never seen a photograph like that. That's beautiful.
Here's.
Someone on the
Somebody
Zoom.
Somebody talking?
I don't know.
Mel?
Yeah, I've never seen a photograph like that. That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're gonna see it next year.
I agree with you, Mel. Okay, Bob does it every time. I'm gonna mark a couple of other photographs in this.
Excuse me, Bob, before you move on, would you share your settings for that? I don't remember them exactly. It was about 1,000th or 1,600. It was quick. And it was a bright day, so it was probably near F16 or so. And it was a 500, it was a zoom lens that was set for 500 millimeters, a Nikon. And what I actually did in printing this, I went to black and white except for the beak of the bill of the eagle itself.
Oh, yeah.
That was,
Yes.
Good choice. Good
Yeah,
choice.
because that was a blue sky with white clouds. And
Yeah.
that was too,
It would take
distracted.
away, yeah, I know.
When I went to, because the first time I did it, it was in color.
Yeah,
And then I said, it's not working, and then tried black and white, and black and white, because all the lines
it's more
of the
dramatic,
feathers, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but the yellow still draws you right in.
Center of interest.
Yeah, the eyes and the beak are the only color.
God, look at the claws.
Yeah.
Well, that is an eagle.
Yeah.
I'm really scared.
Wow.
Beautiful,
Thank you.
Bob.
It's fine.
It's probably the best.
Thank you.
Did you crop that?
Yes, it was 500 millimeters and then cropped. It's a cell tower. It was way up there.
Oh, you were up there?
No, he was. If I was up there.
Back.
I'd be in trouble. Because I'm next to his mate and he was, you're out of here.
Yeah, we'd be in trouble if you go up there. Oh, you guys are great. This is a dark. It's like, it matches the other one over here, and I know that here. Beautiful job again. Details. What's the name of this?
Wetworm or-
This webworm more.
Alanthus webworm moth. Oh, it's, oh. Yeah, some, the larva of a moth. Beautiful. So is that it?
Nope, we have two more.
Oh.
So these were not available in person, but Joanne is here. Joanne Hill.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, she is.
This is yours, Joanne?
Yes.
And it's not.
That's Peconic Bay.
Okay. Very peaceful, again, with always with the horizontal lines, give a feeling of
Uh-huh.
peace. Nice.
And
And blue also, that color blue is a very peaceful color.
I sold my photography 10 years ago, and I started photographing. You'll see the next picture was in Vermont. New England and Long Island have been my areas of photography. Just the natural beauty. I don't add to anything. And I'm very particular about what I photograph.
So you don't play with Photoshop, you didn't,
No.
you're a purist.
No, yes.
Okay.
Because when I was selling my photography here on Long Island, I wanted people to see how beautiful it was. And that, like an invitation, a photographic invitation,
That
at
makes
least to
sense.
come and see.
I understand
Possible
that.
to make that bigger on the screen?
That's very nice.
I don't think it's worth.
Love affair.
Oh, there we
Okay.
go.
No, that one is at home, and I put that on the top for myself.
Okay.
Next one. And that was in Vermont. Incredible trees.
Oh, they have
In
some
the fall.
beautiful autumns up there,
Yeah,
and here on the island too.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
What was the name of this one? Beauty of Nature.
Good evening.